integrity, honor, and service. Revered principles of the United States military, the most trusted, respected, and until now, apolitical organization in America. That trust and respect, enshrined by the selfless sacrifice of generations of American men and women, has been cruelly undermined by Donald Trump. Trump uses the power of the presidency to sully the morality of the military and distort its mission for political gain. Our military and national security members took an oath to defend the Constitution, an oath of service before self. Meanwhile, Donald Trump betrays that oath by mockingly wrapping himself in the flag and using our military as a campaign prop. Stop the shuffle down this slippery slope. We all have a new mission. It's time to rejoin the fight.
That was an ad from the Council on American Security, a group founded by former military and intelligence officials that, as you just heard, had been a nonpartisan group. Now it's working to defeat President Trump in 2020, even though some of its members voted for him in 2016. Joining us now, the group's co-founder and president, retired U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander Greg Keeley. He's one of the members who supported the president 4 years ago. Thank you so much for being on. I want to hear more about what you all are doing, but first I would love to hear the arc of your story, from voting for Trump to now leading this effort. What changed for you? What was the breaking point? Or was it a group of things?
Thanks, Mega. Happy Friday. You know, the Council on American Security, or CAMSEC as we refer to it, is nonpartisan, and I want to stress that to folks. For me, the tipping point was Trump abandoning our Kurdish allies in Syria. After a phone call with President Erdogan, the autocratic president of Turkey, he abandoned our Syrian allies. These are guys and women that have been fighting alongside American troops since the Iraq War. It's our only group of allies. After he was out negotiated on a phone call with President Erdogan, in 24 hours, Trump abandoned those people. I know some of the people that were there, and they've slaughtered thousands and thousands of Kurds. They slaughtered their families. They slaughtered their children. Trump effectively signed their death warrant. For me, that was the tipping point. For others, it's his interference in the Code of Military Justice, pardoning a war criminal that his own shipmates refer to as a freaking maniac, politicizing the military, ambushing the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, recalling the cadets to West Point, abandoning NATO. There are so many tipping points that our members from the intelligence and military communities, have been their pivot. You can really take your pick, and for many, it's a cumulative effect.
Commander, it's Willie Geist. Thanks for being on the show this morning. You referenced it briefly there, and Admiral Mullen did earlier in the show, that June 1st moment when the square, Lafayette Square, was cleared so the president could walk to the church. Right. You had General Milley in his uniform walking the street there. He says he didn't know where they were headed, and he said later he regretted being a part of that. What did you make, as a member of the military, of that scene on June the 1st?
Oh, Willie, it was, I was speechless, and I'll be quite honest, a majority of our membership, or folks that have come to us in the last month or so, have been because of that Milley incident with the president. I mean, effectively, he was ambushed. And I think what the president doesn't seem to understand is that every one of the people in CAMSEC all took an oath to defend the Constitution, to defend the country. You know, Donald Trump talks about the silent majority. Well, let me tell you, the military, people that served in the military, retired or not, that served in our intelligence communities, retired or not, are silent. They normally stay silent, and that's because they're required to, and rightly so. Donald Trump has politicized that. We saw it at West Point. We saw it with General Milley. He doesn't want to go to war with our military. He said that to the Joint Chiefs just after taking office. He doesn't want to go to war with our military, but he'll certainly use you in a parade or a campaign.
Retired Navy Lieutenant Commander Greg Keeley, thank you so much. He's co-founder and president of the Council on American Security, a group founded by former military and intelligence officials that had been a nonpartisan group, but is now working to defeat President Trump in 2020.